What's going on, everybody? This is Wreak Havoc, as always, with the Havoc Hour on episode 15. I got something a little special for y'all today because got a nice little collab going on right now. I want to bring in a special guest of mine to the show, a fellow co-host over on Young Kings Wrestling. I told y'all about that a few times already, but my guy, Mr. TC Fontaine, welcome to the show, brother.
What's going on, man? Finally, I've been waiting for like a month and a half to get on here,
Yeah.
but ain't been no sports to talk about, man. So it's picking up though. So we got some action
Yes,
this
sir.
week.
Yes, sir.
It's about
Yeah,
time,
man.
man. Feels
Hey,
good.
I woke up to something crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I started the day off talking about Mike Tyson up here. My man said him, Roy Jones, September 12th, 8-round exhibition fight in LA. Duh.
that that's the first thing I saw. I was like, first thing I saw when I woke up, I'm like, for real? Like I thought he was just playing like about coming back, which like we got the wrestling podcast. I think that explains why we haven't seen him on AEW. That's probably for the best. But
Yeah.
but man, this is not going to be good at all. This is not going to be a good fight, dude. Uh,
I'm saying
yeah.
I don't know how Roy Jones is looking. I just know I seen Tyson in these videos with him
I mean,
training
listen,
and beating his
Tyson
trainer
looked
up.
good. Like he
Yeah.
looked good, like sparring or just like working out. But we talking about an actual fight, which
Yeah.
is a whole different ball game. Whereas Tyson has not fought in 15 years,
Talking.
and he probably has. You probably say he hasn't been good in 25. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like Roy Jones Jr. just fought like 2 years ago, so
Yeah.
he's fought more recently, has more experience. Is not going to look good for Tyson unless they do some funny business and try to throw the fight to make Tyson look good to for whatever reason. I don't know, but
That's what I'm thinking, man.
it's gonna be
Cause
entertaining, but it's
yeah.
gonna be entertainingly terrible.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, yo, I mean, if he would have said, just something small that because I remember they was talking about him and Holyfield doing it again. I'm like, I definitely don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because Holyfield can barely talk, let alone
It
getting in the ring and fighting again for however many rounds y'all want to do. Like,
just remind me of like it's this picture of Hakeem Olajuwon when he was with the Raptors and Patrick Ewing with the Magic, and they was guarding each other.
oh
They just look
man,
so washed up. Like that's what that remind me of. And I'm not. I mean, I guess I'd rather see Roy Jones Jr. than Holyfield take on Tyson, but I mean, it's better than people's talking about Tyson facing Deontay Wilder. Like that's
no.
like y'all ridiculous.
And that's the
That's
thing.
silly.
That's the thing that get me crazy. Like, listen, Deontay, for as good as he's been, I've said all the time, Deontay's a puncher. He's not like a full-on boxer. He got to get his boxing game down together. But even as just a puncher, I don't want to see that dude in his prime right now fighting Mike Tyson. Nah, we're
Nah,
not doing that. That's stupid. Because now
nah.
we
Tight.
gotta bank on the possibility of Tyson getting inside and landing on him, and I'm not putting no money on that. It's not happening.
Right. I mean, it's an exhibition. I don't know what they doing this for. They doing this for charity or something?
I guess he put on his page like right around the time that the fight got announced. He put down that he's starting his own league or something like that.
Oh yeah, I seen that Legends Only League or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's like every one of those people that not just in boxing, like in across sports, like people that they're out the game now, but they feel like they can still do something. They still got it.
I
So
guess
he
you
wants
could do
to.
that. It's kind of like the big three, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get mad at that. I mean,
Nah,
I see, To out here starching Tyreek Hill in the hundreds.
which is
You
crazy.
know,
Will kind of make you wonder, like, could he do that, like, at the high level that he was doing it 15 years ago?
I questioned it, man. Like I was one of those people that
He's been
said,
out the game for a while.
yeah. And I was one of those people that said, you know what? Even at 37, 38, I would have still taken him, especially on a team that's trying to, play for a chip. Why not?
Yeah,
Do the second all time on the receivers list in receiving yards.
exactly.
Like, come on, bro. What you mean?
Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
Yeah, they put him in not last year, I think the year before last. It was 2018. But he didn't go.
They was keeping my boy out.
He
I
was
remember that. He did
playing.
not go. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
My man went to
They
his.
was playing with my guy, man. I couldn't believe that.
It don't make no sense. My man went to Chattanooga. Said, I'm giving my speech over there. He said, bump y'all. I ain't even mad.
Hey,
I'm like, look, do you, bro?
which like it kind of I was worried. I thought like they was gonna hold Randy Moss out for a long time too. Which like
Yeah.
they didn't really. I don't think they held him out at all. Like I think he was first ballot. So
Yeah, you have to. You have to, man.
He's the ghost, man. They kept Chris Carter out all them years. Like, oh man, they on some BS.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Meanwhile, you got like basketball fans that just want to keep everybody out the Hall of Fame who deserve to be in it.
That's
Like
that's a whole nother.
people telling me Carmelo Anthony ain't a first ballot Hall of Famer and be like, yeah, I guess he could get in there, but first ballot, no way. I was like, it's no question he a first ballot Hall of Famer. Come on, man. He a first ballot Hall of Famer off of Olympics alone.
I don't know how people
Olympics in college, just like you disregard everything he did in the NBA. Which like if you ask people to act like Melo did nothing, I know he didn't, have the best playoff success, but
yeah, I don't know how people say some stuff, man.
They don't disregard everything he done did in the league and the time he's been there scoring championships. Like he's made the playoffs every year for the first like 13 years he was in the league.
Melo's a shooter.
He a baller.
Nobody said he was shooting before Steph Curry, so I don't want to hear nothing.
He just so happened to run into a hungry, pissed off Lakers team led by Kobe that just lost in the finals the year before, where he might have could have did something in the championships. You never know. He just like he got unlucky going to Denver, where he could have went to Detroit and won a championship his first year in the league.
Right. That's what I'm saying, man. Right. Mm-hmm. But shout out to Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's trying to create a platform for some people. So I'm with that 100%. But then
they would have had to fight in Vegas.
That's what I'm saying, man. I was like, yo, go to Vegas so I can go back out there again, man.
All right, I would have worked that. I would have risked getting sick, everything. Like cover this fight, I could get a good break off of this fight. You never know.
Facts. And then
get sick for a couple weeks.
Just a little while after that, we got the news. This is crazy. Nate Robinson and Jake Paul gonna fight on the undercard.
I did not see that. I did not see that.
Yeah.
Like Nate Robinson, like
Nate Robinson. Yes. It is gonna fight this dude, Jake Paul, on the undercard of that.
Oh man.
That fight.
I was actually shocked because Jake Paul like low key got hands.
Yeah.
Or which one got hands? Both of them box, or is it just Jake Paul is the one that boxed?
Nah. Jake Paul was doing the boxing.
I watched that one fight he had against that the African dude.
Yeah.
The other YouTuber. I seen that. I seen like little clips of that, and it was actually like I was kind of impressed.
Like Nate, as far as I know, the only thing he did.
Let me get in the ring with somebody.
Basketball.
He played football. He played football and basketball. That was kind of it.
Yeah. He might have hands. I don't know, man.
Shit, he from Seattle. All the NBA players from Seattle, they all affiliated. In more ways than one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they all got hands. So.
They should, man.
I mean, like you grew up around like Jason Terry and shit. I'm pretty sure you got hands like Jason Terry.
Yeah. So. Jason scrap. So I mean, I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Between this dude Jake and Logan Paul, both of them calling news out for these.
Yeah, let me fight somebody.
Fights.
Damn. Let me get big and fight somebody. I'll fight, Let me get like Retro Spectro or somebody.
So I'm saying, like, that's what they want to do now. I'm with it. Get some clout. Get out here and
Right.
just pull up and do something real quick. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna get in that ring with Malik, man.
Oh man, Young Kings boxing.
Yeah, that's what it used to be back in the day. Like Young Kings boxing became like Young Kings boxing was a thing. Ask
Right?
Malik, man, it was a thing, and then like it transformed into Young Kings sports, branched into Young Kings wrestling. It's Malik stuff right here. He got me involved.
Okay.
Yeah, the more you know.
Yeah, that's what's up. Oh man. So today we got to see the Lakers back in it. Basketball is back running again. Did some scrimmages the last couple of days. Heading up to about a week away from the official
less than a
restart.
week.
Yeah,
Less than a week.
the 30th.
Next Thursday.
Yes, sir. About to get started up again. So this dude, Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some new Bull son.
They really stressed about this dude because he came out in his debut and showed out for real.
Which is like I couldn't believe he fell that far in the draft. I'm thinking like he maybe not a lottery pick, but like at least like mid to late first round.
Yeah.
This dude fell like halfway through the second round. And then I forget who he actually got his rights traded, I think, from somebody. And I can't remember, but it was a team that could have used me. I'm gonna have to go check on that one. But
he ain't forget about that neither, man.
Nah, he went crazy, which was like he actually played high school ball out here. I did not know. I would have went to some games because I'm kind of hot finding that out. But I would have definitely went to check him out because I've known about him for like 5 years now, and he's been on that radar since then. Him and like LaMelo Ball, Zion, like all of them. Like I missed a good opportunity to watch. I think all of them play out here in 2017 when I moved out here in January 2017. They played that summer, but I had went back to Omaha for a couple months, and so I was like, dang, I could have went out there and watched them. It was packed, like full house, like fire capacity. It was crazy. So yeah, but see, I've been knowing about Bo for a while now. He's been nice. He was nice in college, and I couldn't believe it was the Heat, Miami. Miami traded him to Denver.
What?
Yeah, so Miami they could have used him. I know they already got Bam, but it's Bo. Like you could have the Twin Towers out there.
This dude first scrimmage out here, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 blocks. And apparently after the game, they scheduled a drug test for him.
Yep, sounds about right.
They was that shook.
Dudes can't even just ball, man. Like, they gotta be on something.
Dude they was that shook. They like, yo, test his blood, test his urine, check this man. Make sure ain't nothing.
Like I told you yesterday, like where he would have got the drugs from. Like they in the boat. Like, they've been there for like 3 weeks. Like he just brought it in, just like, I'm gonna wait. Can't wait for this first game. I'm about to go crazy.
They talking like that bubble is like Motel 6 or something. Like they sound stressed in there.
Bro, did you see the meals they was giving them like when they first got there?
Yeah, that's a bad.
Bad.
That's a real.
I guess the meals getting better now. They getting like catered with chefs and whatnot. They building a barbershop. Like they let them go fishing. It's really like the 2K neighborhood out there.
Yeah,
it looked fun.
I'll say I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? They need to go trim up LeBron a little bit because them grades are showing.
Ooh, them grades are going crazy.
Oh man.
Hey, let it be the playoff beard, man. Let him do his thing. Let him go clean shaven when we had our parade. I hope we still get to have a parade. I hope the coronavirus like settle a little bit. We can have parades again.
We gonna see, man. So that's your pick to win it all, is Lakers, right?
Oh, I'm a Laker fan all day. I've been a Laker fan since 7 years old. Man,
Yeah,
yeah, it's my
yeah.
squad.
I don't I don't I don't got a lot of love for my team. You know what I'm saying?
New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That team in New York, that other team in New York. Yeah, I got a real gripe with them right now after what they did to Spike. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting them in the closet right now. We might not be
Bruh,
talking for a while.
like if I was a Knicks fan, I wouldn't be a Knicks fan. I would be like, man, I see what's going on over there, like over there in Brooklyn. Like, man, Manhattan ain't shit right now. We go see what's going on in Brooklyn.
I said that to him
I
like,
see,
yo, if
like, man,
I
they got two elite free agents in
yeah
the same summer. I'm like, I would have been a Brooklyn fan like years ago. That would have solidified it for me. I would have been like, man, it's the same city. It don't matter. They got some sort of competence because you remember like the Knicks been garbage forever. Like my
yeah
whole life. Like I've been watching ball since the late '90s.
me
So
too.
I started watching ball the last year the Knicks were good ever, which was like the year they went to the finals. And they wasn't really that good that year. They just kind of went on a run when Patrick Ewing went down.
Yep.
But like they never been good. But like you see, like Brooklyn made that terrible trade for like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. And that was what, 2013?
So I think it was 2013, 2012.
They
And everybody
traded
was so hype about
hella
it too.
picks. Like they traded hella picks for these two dudes in their late 30s just because of some stuff they did 5 years before,
Yeah.
which they haven't come close to doing since. So you do all that, you trade all these picks away to get these two dudes, you are just in hell. And it took them 7 years to climb out of that. Whereas like the Knicks have been taking 20 years. So I would have been switched over. Like, damn, I would have like, bro, if I was from New York, I wouldn't even cared. Like these dudes, like the owner's just on BS. He has a big ego. His ego gets in the way of having a successful team. I'm
I'm not.
gone. I'm going
I'm
across town.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of at that point, like, yo, after the, and there was so many things that
I
made me
just
say,
sold you
yo.
on it. I will.
There was a lot of times I said, yo, maybe I just need to get up out of here for real.
And then there's this Knicks fan that was on Twitter it was like a couple years ago after can't remember. It was like 2019, early 2019, after the trade deadline when we didn't get Anthony Davis at the trade deadline. It was Knicks fans that had the audacity to say that the Knicks are in better position to get a free agent and two free agents at that than the Lakers. Come on,
Hey
fam.
man,
I mean, we
listen,
ended up getting AD anyway.
I sat up there. I was half and half. I got my hopes up, like, okay, we got the cap space. You know what I'm saying? We got the availability. But at the same time, I'm like, watch them find a way to just screw this up. Just watch them sit back and watch. They're gonna mess it up. And I had people telling me, like, yo, just have faith, Bro, after that debacle with the draft, the draft lottery, how somehow that the Pelicans jumped over us to get to that number one pick. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
and
got
y'all paid Julius Randle all that money. Listen,
oh my
we drafted Julius Randle. I'm a big fan. I got a lot of support from my guy, but he ain't that dude like that. Y'all pay him that money. Y'all signed like 7 or 8 power forwards. Julius Randle, I think like Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson. I think y'all signed one of the Morris twins, right?
yeah, Marcus Morris. Let me tell you something. the anger, I felt in my soul that
You
they
gave
had
all them like 10 million too.
that they had the audacity to announce it right after KD and Kyrie went to Brooklyn. Y'all couldn't wait in 24 hours. Y'all
Right.
couldn't have waited. Like,
At least give me
we
the
just
day.
let them have their moment. And tomorrow we'll announce, okay, well, we signed this person, that, and the third. Nah.
It was like they try to
Right.
upstage him like shit. We got these motherfuckers do.
Like, okay, what we gonna do with that? Julius Randle. I got love for Julius Randle. I appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? If he was part of a nice
Shout out to Juju,
package,
man.
Yeah, no doubt. If he was part of a nice package deal with some solid stars and stuff like that, I would have been happy. But your marquee signing was Julius Randle after what we was looking for went down 20 minutes down across the bridge.
Oh,
nah.
Y'all paying him. I'm about to go Stephen A. Smith. Y'all paying Julius Randle $18 million.
Yo.
18 million? Damn.
Yeah.
That's nasty. And then y'all paying Bobby Portis $15 million. Oh, he out here knocking out his teammates.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, like you can't make this stuff up, bro.
Y'all gave Mo Harkless $11 million.
Listen.
Taj Gibson getting $10 million. Elfrid Payton getting $8 million. RJ Barrett gonna get that anyway. He's the first round draft pick.
Like all these forwards, like, yo, what are y'all doing?
But y'all already had Kevin Knox.
Oh. Yeah, that
y'all need to free my boy Mitchell. Free my boy Mitchell Robinson. He can go somewhere he can flourish. Let him come to the Lakers. Let him replace JaVale McGee. He's younger.
I say that.
More athletic.
You know,
let us get Mitch Robinson, man.
Free everybody, because I'm just like that offseason.
Free Dennis too.
Yeah. I feel really bad for him right now. You know what I'm saying? After all this stuff with his family and everything like that, and he got to come back to a team that ain't shit. Yeah, I feel for him. You know what I'm saying?
I met Dennis last summer at Summer League, and he just like I think he got traded already. I think he already played for the Knicks, but he just like looked so miserable. He was like, man, I don't even want to be here. I'm just here.
I'll tell you, like that offseason alone had me thinking, I might need to bounce out of here, get out of this situation. But then the whole thing with Spike happened. I'm just like, y'all
and
lost
the thing,
me.
Like, I was that same way with my squad back 2016 when free agency we signed Luau Deng and Timothy Mozgov to long-term max deals on the very first night within like the first hour of free agency. And like at least with my team, like they built up some goodwill in the past with me to where I just like stuck it out, and then like now we in a really good position. Like you on the other hand, they ain't built up no goodwill with you ever. Like
they just
with me, because I thought about it too. I was just like, man, we signed these, bro. I was out at an album release party, and it was a couple dudes I knew that made music in my city, so I was out there to support. I was out there, man, but I didn't feel good. So I had a headache and everything. I seen that news. My headache just turned into a full-blown migraine. Like, I couldn't see at all to drive back home. Like, that's how bad my shit hurt. Because I seen that. We signed Luau Deng to a 4-year contract. Then we signed Timothy Mozgov to a 4-year contract. And so, like, I'm just waiting for more details to come out. I'm just, like, refreshing my feed. Like, man, hold on. My head hurting. It just hit that point when I found out that there was no opt-outs. It was all 4 years guaranteed. I was like, bro, they almost had me out of here. I was like, Kobe just retired too. I was mad.
Y'all got, with the Lakers, y'all know at some point y'all gonna be all right. Like y'all go through some dry spells and stuff like
it's
that.
LA, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody wants to go to LA at some point.
Dudes already live in LA anyway, so you know.
But me, on the other hand, I got lifelong misery. It don't never end. So I just say, listen, after how dirty y'all did Spike, I'm about to be out of here.
Which is like, it kind of makes me wonder about the Knicks too. If y'all never got Patrick Ewing, would y'all even be good? Because like, still had the same ownership back then.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, they had Starks, they had Oakley,
squad.
Yeah, it was a solid squad in the early 90s.
Just couldn't get past Jordan.
That's the big thing. If it wasn't for being in the same conference, I say maybe they could have did something later, but if you got to run into Jordan on
when
the road to
Jordan,
the finals.
soon as Jordan left, y'all got to the finals, but it was just like it was too late, y'all. Pat was gone.
Yeah, man.
Going up against Tim Duncan, who was hungry. He was a monster. It's all bad.
That was not happening. Oh man.
What's next on tap, man?
So yeah. Where I'm going here. So all sports coming back now. We getting ready to get into, the NFL season coming up. And, the big talks has been this contract that Pat Mahomes signed. It broke sports. And
signed a baseball contract.
Yeah. I mean, it's just dudes in baseball not making that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? So that set the world on fire. And now we look at some of these other guys, and in particular, somebody I've been ranting about for the last couple of weeks is Dak Prescott. Because my guy has been like holding down the fort in Dallas now 4 straight years. Improved every single season, took him to the playoffs 2 out of the 4. You know what I'm saying? Dude's a model citizen, doesn't get in no trouble. Team leader, locker room leader, captain. He hasn't been paid. And now, as official, he's not signing any of the deals that they're giving him. He's going to play through the franchise tag going into the season. So, essentially, he's betting on himself. So, after this season, whatever comes out of it, whatever he puts up, the plan is to get a long-term deal, a nice big contract. So what's that going to look like now, though, after the season?
Listen, excuse me. I hope it don't work out at all for Dak Prescott.
That's crazy.
He out here donating money to police departments that don't need $1 million.
Oh, man.
So I hope you never make another dime in NFL salary after this season.
Damn.
You're not Pat Mahomes. They can find a quarterback better than you. I'm pretty sure they found a coach that's better than your last coach, finally. Seems like Jerry is going, Jerry's letting go as he gets older. He still got that ego, but he just kind of he's willing to let go of relationships to, he about to kick the bucket soon. He kind of want to, bring another championship back.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice. If he's talking about facing his own mortality.
So if he can find another quarterback better than Dak Prescott, who, listen, Dak overrated as hell to me. Like,
what?
Very. Like,
wait a minute.
He won Rookie of the Year over Zeke, which made no sense.
I didn't agree with that. Because Zeke was about to crack 2,000 in his first season.
Bro, he's really just like a game manager, honestly. I'm a Patriots fan. I got the shirt on. I'm a Patriots fan. I know a game manager because Tom Brady was a game manager his first 4 or 5 years in the league. Like the first 2 Super Bowls, he was game managing. He didn't really become great, the Tom Brady great that we know until 2006. And then the next year he set all those records. So Dak, he early Tom Brady. He has an amazing offensive line, but I think if that line wasn't so great, he wouldn't be as good as he is. He barely as good as he is now.
Oh man, I don't know.
Just
about
go
that.
watch the footage, man. It's all on the tape.
But and my thing is too, right? They have a guy that's consistent, at least. With Tony Romo, it was a freaking circus show. You never know what you was gonna get with him. At the end of the season, if the game was in his hands, he was gonna fumble it. He was gonna throw a pick or something crazy.
I think Jerry know that he not that dude like that though.
Yeah.
And so he not willing to invest a whole lot of money into him. So here, he was gonna slap this franchise tag on you, call it a day. It's didn't they tag him last year?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So you tag him 2 years in a row, this, which is it ain't really that disrespectful. when they was tagging Le'Veon Bell all them years, that was disrespectful.
And Le'Veon sat out the whole season and got his money with my squad, the Jets. You know,
Le'Veon Bell way better than Dak is.
Oh, of course.
Especially in the context of especially we speaking within context, like
yeah, that's not even a comparison right there. Nah,
so
but
I don't know what quarterbacks are free agents next year, but I can guarantee you, like, there's somebody out there that's going to be available who you can guarantee will lead them a little bit better. If maybe the season goes bad and they might get Trevor Lawrence. I don't know.
Nah, they got a tank for Trevor Lawrence. Dak is not.
Who's to say they're going to be good next year though?
You see what they got though, bro?
I mean, they got CD. That's a good pick.
They got that boy Michael Gallup. They still got Amari Cooper.
I didn't know they had Amari Cooper. He never really impressed me though.
Nah, come on.
He never really impressed me at all. Like he cool. Like,
nah, man, this dude is a stud.
I don't think you could depend on him to like
when he's healthy. When he's healthy, because he had health issues. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
like he had a lot of time. He wasn't 100% ready to go. But when he was healthy, when they got him in the trade, he's been going off. That's really a lot of what was taking Dak the last 2 seasons was really taking him onto the next level. Because last season was his best season, percentage wise.
And pay Zeke if you paying anybody.
Yeah, well, Zeke made sure he got his money last year. You know what I'm saying? He went out vacationing in Cabo, but still came in shape. So he made sure he got his money. But that's the other thing too, though. Everybody else got their money. Jalen Smith got his money. Zeke got his money. All these defensive players got their money. How are you not going to pay the quarterback? You know what I'm saying? And again, it's about the consistency of what he's bringing. Like, he's not getting in no trouble. You know what I'm saying? He shows up, does all his obligations. He leads the team. This is the first stretch of years.
He out here donating to police departments, thinking that's gonna get him paid.
I mean, listen.
I feel like he did that as a play to be like, look, I'm loyal to the city. Look at me. Like, you did some foolishness.
That's one of them things, man. I don't know what to tell you there. But nah, like this is one of the first stretches years that Dallas has consistently been having winning seasons and at least contending for the playoffs. Usually they're doing 500, just missing the playoffs. But 4 years, he took them 2 out of the 4 into the playoffs, deep into the playoffs, and it's like,
it's crazy. They might as well pay him though.
Exactly, it's like
because I'm looking. And ain't no quarterbacks out there. He probably the best one that's available next year.
It really is.
Him, Phillip Rivers, which I wouldn't pay no Phillip Rivers in 2021.
Oh, hell no.
Jameis ain't better than Dak. I'll say that. I mean, unless they want to bank on Cam having a really good bounce back year.
I'm telling you this right now, and I keep telling people, and they look at me crazy. Watch what Belichick does with Cam, because Belichick is a master investor. He would take these guys in, right?
I take problem guys. Like, everybody talk about, like, he wouldn't fit with the Patriots. They have a certain type of culture. But this is a team. We done picked up Albert Hainsworth. We traded for Randy Moss. Randy
LeGarrette Blount,
Chad Ochocinco. LeGarrette Blount multiple times, like, so we traded for a lot of and signed a lot of guys that were deemed as problem guys, and he gives those guys second chance. Antonio Brown last year. So
I honestly,
Bill Belichick. And listen, if you can contribute and Bill Belichick know you cold, he gonna take a chance. Like, dude had a serial killer on the team.
That's a fact, though. Now, if it wasn't for all these issues that Antonio Brown had, I had the Patriots win the Super Bowl. I hated to say it, but I had them winning.
And it was cold. That one game. That one game he played, it was cold. And then just like he ended up getting cut all because he did some foolish stuff. And then Josh Gordon with his never-ending issues.
Bruh.
And then, like, for some reason traded a second round pick from Mohamed Sanu.
I think that was just because Sanu is at least like a veteran. He knows.
At least could have got Julio. Damn.
Nah, he ain't getting Julio out of there. And Atlanta will spend their last dollar. They will spend their last dollar to keep Julio in Atlanta. But what Belichick does with quarterbacks, like this is why I say like he's the best businessman in the NFL. And I went over this on a previous episode. It's like he took Matt Castle when nobody was really looking at him, right? Sat behind Brady a couple years. Brady goes down, and Matt Castle goes
got to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, they just missed the playoffs that year.
Oh, yeah, Miami.
Miami made it in. But even just off that alone, all of a sudden, Kansas City comes knocking. Boom. Okay, throw me some draft picks.
He got them to the playoffs.
Exactly. And then he got Devin McCourty in that draft. Then you had Garoppolo. He was supposed to be the guy that was going to take over for Brady. But they said, nah. Brady's trying to stick around. He's trying to play in his 40s. Get Garoppolo out of here. Okay, cool. Give me some draft picks.
I thought it was a dumb decision, but then like he didn't really show me anything differently in San Francisco this past year. Like he really was a game manager last year. Like that defense kind of in that run game kind of led it. Yeah, for some reason they went away from the run game. Like Shanahan went away from the run game in the Super Bowl for second time in a row.
It blew my mind because I'm like, this dude, Mostert ran for like 200 just the week before against Green Bay. And Mahomes is bombing all throughout the game. He's not going to stop. So right. Why would you think that you just going to go away from what got you there?
You just didn't learn from the Super Bowl with Atlanta?
Oh, my God.
You did the same thing. You made the same mistake. It just wasn't as interesting this time because I wasn't as interested because Patriots wasn't on the other end. But
don't y'all got enough, man?
No. we got the most ever. It's not enough. I need we sharing the most ever with the Steelers. I need one more. Same with the Lakers. Like I need to get over that hump. We need to have the most.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't ask me how I'm a Patriots and a Lakers fan. Like, I'm tired of telling this story.
I can't take it no more. But I'm dead serious when I tell people this. He's gonna do that same thing with Cam. Cam is like he's gone through a lot with his health, his mental and everything like that. And now he got a chip on his shoulder because he went through free agency and nobody was looking at him. And now Bill said, "Okay, come."
Did you watch the thing with it was Top Gurley, Cam, Odell, Victor Cruz?
Oh yeah.
And he was talking. Man, he was just talking. He was talking that mess. It got me hyped. I'm thinking like, yeah, because he's like, man, you ain't never had a dog like me before. And I was like,
and that's why I say, Bill is smart. He let it sit all throughout free agency, throughout the draft. He said, okay, they're gonna overlook him. They're gonna overlook him. They're gonna sleep on him. And I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna pick him up for the low. He gonna win the starting job, and then he gonna show out next season. And because I think they still are like committed to Jarrett Stidham, they're gonna say, okay,
I hope not.
I don't see much in him, but it's like it's one of those things. Like we don't see it, but Bill does. So it's like maybe he knows something.
I have to be reminded of his name like every 2 weeks is just enough. Like as an example, like
I didn't think he did that much at Auburn, to be honest.
No,
so I'm like, I don't know, but that season's gonna go by whether they make a playoff run or not. They're gonna say, okay, start the bidding for Cam Newton. Whoever costs up them draft picks, Cam's gonna go to that team. Simple as that. But it's coming, man. It's coming. People look at me crazy. I'm like, yo, I'm telling y'all right now, Cam is gonna be a problem.
I don't know why I was thinking they was gonna tank. I was ready for it. I'm thinking like, man, we can tank for Trevor.
Nah.
I wouldn't have minded it. It's Trevor Lawrence, man. Generational quarterback. So
I can't stand Trevor Lawrence, man. I can't stand him.
He cool, man.
Nah, man. Sunshine.
He lost me some money though. I ain't like that.
You did not bet.
I didn't bet on Clemson. I bet on LSU to cover the spread, and they didn't cover by like a half a point. So I was kind of mad. I was like, bro, like if you was gonna be trash, like why'd you score at all? Like why Like you could have just like stayed on one side of the field the whole game. Like, you would have won me some money.
Yeah, I couldn't take nobody over LSU. I said even if we beat Clemson, because I'm an Ohio State fan, even if we had beat
Oh
Clemson and got to
man,
the game, that's my squad, man. It's my squad.
bruh.
I'm like,
Y'all be beating our ass all the time, man.
hey man, hey,
Like leave us alone. Like y'all in Wisconsin, make me embarrassed, man. I'll be embarrassed to be a Husker fan sometimes, man.
yeah, man. My boy put me on to Ohio State back when they had Beanie Wells. I was like, oh, that's a bad dude, man. But now I said, like, even if we had beat Clemson, I knew we wasn't gonna get LSU.
Why you in a Rutgers fan, man?
Bruh, nah, can't do that, man. I can't do that to myself. I mean, I make bad enough sports choices as it is.
Like Rutgers is so bad, but they be having some like fire ass defensive players come out of there though.
Yeah, that gets me so tight.
Like the McCourties, y'all got who else came out of there? Didn't Chandler Jones come out of there?
I feel like he did.
Yeah, I had some. They had some cold players, man. But
yeah, that
they say team trash. Like they easy win when they ever on our schedule though. Chandler Jones was Syracuse. I'm tripping. Wrong New York school.
Nah, man. I just like that's rough.
Man, I see you had on the list Chiefs dynasty, man. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so this has been now obviously, Mahomes is the belle of the ball. He's the star pupil. They locked up Chris Jones to another long-term deal. So these guys, they talking about running it back. They're talking about going to 2 straight, winning another chip. So do the Chiefs have a dynasty on their hands as it stands right now? Is that coming?
They got to win 6-20.
6-20?
They got to win 6 championships in 20 years. Like a certain dynasty on my shirt. If they win 6 in 20 years, you talk to me about a dynasty.
Well,
like, and only missing the playoffs 1 year. And making like 8 or 9 straight championship games. Like they could do all that. Then yeah, I would consider them as a dynasty.
Yeah, we holding them to the Patriot standard.
I mean, they the modern day standard. So like they gotta at least do like not 6, but they can win like 3 more, not even 3 more, but 2 more with Mahomes. Like they can, especially like in this current like era, they can win maybe 2 more in the next 5-6 years. Yeah, we can call them a dynasty because it is a dynasty. Because there's who in the AFC really is a challenge to them besides maybe the Ravens. I can't think of nobody because the Texans, the executives with the Texans stand in their own way.
Yeah.
The Colts I thought could, but Andrew Luck didn't work out. I don't know who else, man.
Well, we got to see how the quarterback situation turns out, but I won't sleep on the Chargers.
I will.
After a while. After a while, I give it some time first. We'll see what happens with Miami now that they got Tua, because they went draft crazy because they had all them first round picks and everything like that. They might have revamped the squad. I hope not. I don't want to see that happen, but got to keep an eye out for them. And of course, it would be a miraculous development. But Joe Burrow going to Cincinnati, they still got AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about them.
AJ Green, my bad. Yeah, they still got him.
Yeah, I forgot about them, man. They got a Zach Taylor as a coach too. So he's former Husker, so I gotta support just by default. So I Joe Burrow. We was just talking about that. Could have won some money off of Joe Burrow because I bet on him. They just didn't cover that spread.
You talk about a dude that's cold. That dude is cold.
I would like to see like how he match up versus like Pat Mahomes, you know, for years to come, title games. You know what I'm saying? Like, because those probably like Joe Burrow is probably the best college quarterback I ever seen.
Yeah,
and like
he had the best season.
Pat Mahomes, I hate to admit it, might be the best quarterback in general I ever seen in the NFL. Like better than Peyton, better than Brady, and he did it in like his second year in the league. Which is
I would say
so
talent-wise.
Talent-wise,
yeah,
he just got to match up to Brady's standards. Like he's already beaten Peyton Manning's standards. Like he has more playoff success in a short amount of time than Peyton Manning has had since.
This dude said he didn't even know how to read defenses until like halfway through his first season started. He was just going out there playing ball. That's scary.
Yeah, I saw that. That's very scary. Which and I think Pat Mahomes makes a lot of bad decisions out there on the field. It's just that he has an arm and he has like this crazy accuracy, and his receivers are very fast. Where it don't really matter. It's just a talented team in general, and it hurt me low key to see Andy Reid win the championship. Not as bad as it hurt EDP, but like he was real legit mad. But like, cause I just enjoy just calling Andy Reid a loser like all the time. So first of all, I need the universe to stop having teams I don't like win championships. Like it just happening too frequently, man.
Did it hurt you when the Eagles won that Super Bowl?
Yes. I was like, it hurt me, but I also saw it coming. Because I was like, we're going to lose this motherfucking game.
Brady threw for like 500 yards.
The bench, he ain't starting. I'm like, man, Brady had his best. He had his best Super Bowl performance ever. It was better than versus the Falcons. Like, I mean, if you looking at the numbers, it was better versus Seattle. But like Seattle, he was just throwing a lot of short yardage, check down plays. Like it was really his receivers that was doing all the work.
Yeah,
but that one hurt. So like the Eagles when it hurt, like the Raptors, like all these teams that never won championships, Cleveland, all these teams that never won championships, winning championships.
Well,
the only one I was happy for was the Cubs because 100 years without a title, that's just hard. But
I mean, Bron had to win one for the city. That was an obligation. He couldn't like end his career without at least bringing one.
Dan Gilbert was hating on the Chris Paul Knicks trade to the Lakers. Like he was one of them owners that was hating. Like I didn't want him to be successful at all, especially after that letter that he sent to LeBron.
Oh my God!
Like that racist ass letter.
I don't know
what I didn't even want LeBron to win him for that at all. Plus, like Luke Walton got hired by the Lakers. I wanted him to have a championship, bring it in to the squad. Let's not talk about Luke Walton no more though. But
oh man, he might do it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad.
Who, Luke Walton?
Yeah.
He ain't doing nothing. He in Sacramento now. He ain't doing a damn thing.
Hey man, you never know. You never know. I mean, I wouldn't bank on it, you know what I'm saying? Sacramento.
Sacramento, man.
Like, I don't even
free De'Aaron and free Marvin Bagley.
That's a fact. That's a whole oh man. So you be watching UFC, bro?
Man, I be trying to catch it, but then like I don't really know nothing about it too much. Like I'll be watching it and then like my stream might freeze up and then like I go and put it back on and then freeze again. I just don't want to be bothered with it because like I'm not that invested. But I be trying though. Yeah. I be trying to watch it. Like sometimes I forget about it. I go check out the knockouts though.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. That one. They had a couple last month that really that was shaking. It's like
Is there an event this weekend? I might watch.
Yeah. This Saturday is fight night. It's going to be
It's
Robert
still on the
Whitaker.
island.
Yeah, Fight Island. It's crazy, man. Like they really went out there, bought them a piece of land out in Abu Dhabi. I was trying to go out there. I was gonna get some credentials. I got a friend that got the hookup. You know what I'm saying? So we applied, but they was like, nah, we got a shortage of people that we're gonna allow in media anyway. So that's it.
All right, that's why I ain't bothered looking at nothing that they've been doing out here. Like Top Rank been having those fights out here in Vegas, and I just low key didn't even want to be bothered with looking to try to check for credentials. Something like, man, it's probably just gonna be ESPN allowed.
Yeah,
I was like, man, I ain't about to waste my time.
Yeah, but this weekend it's gonna be Robert Whitaker taking on Darren Till in the headliner right there. So winner of that might be getting the next title shot against Izzy Adesanya. That dude, man.
So I'm gonna have to watch because so it's I don't even know his name, but the Nigerian dude that fought a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Kamaru?
Nah, Usman.
Yeah, Kamaru Usman.
Yeah. I'll be seeing his name a lot.
Yeah, listen, that dude, man. I give it to him. I'm not the biggest fan. I like him. You know, he's a wrestler. He doesn't get those big, flashy fights, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? This I thought was going to be that because with Masvidal going off on the run that he went on, running through everybody, that's what I thought was going to come. But I knew, like, once that fight started and Masvidal started throwing them hands, Usman didn't want no part of that. And he started wrestling him the rest of the fight, But in terms of, like, him coming up, he was dominant. Like, he just beat all the top welterweight contenders. He didn't show up on pay-per-view until he got his first title shot. And he did that intentionally. Like, his father was locked up, and so they didn't get to see. So he said, listen, if I'm going to be on pay-per-view, I want to be fighting for a championship. And he quietly just ran through every contender. Nobody wanted parts of him. Like, when guys was just talking about their next fight and stuff like that, contenders, they wasn't bringing his name up. So he had to go out and just pick his guys. Like, yo, I want him, all the way up to Tyron Woodley for the chip. And then he went out there and he just outclassed that man and for 5 straight rounds. Took his belt and kept it pushing. So, I mean, I
need to get back on my UFC stuff, man, because I tried, like when Brock was fighting a few years back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think Brock and CM Punk was on the same card, actually, if I remember correctly. In 2016.
Oh, no. That was Brock was on UFC 200, and he fought Mark Hunt. CM Punk was UFC 203.
Okay. I knew it was around the same time. I thought it was the same night, but
he got washed by Mickey Gall, man.
Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah,
but, we ain't gonna talk about that, but like that around that time, that was my most recent attempt to like really get back into it. Like I wasn't watching, but I would follow when like Ronda would fight because I would always bet against her. So I'd never like Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
and then like, I would always bet against her. And then like one night I didn't bet against her. The night she lose, they just work out like that. And then
I knew she was gonna lose that fight.
I did too. That's why like I was like, I need to bet on this fight, but it's just like it wasn't something that I was like pressed to do, and I just ended up forgetting about it. And then I was just like, damn, I didn't bet on these fights. Okay, whatever. And then I was out that night, so like I wasn't really tapped into it because I knew that was overseas, right? That fight versus Holly Holm was overseas.
Melbourne. It was in Australia.
Yeah, it was in Australia. So like it happened like late, so I wasn't really tapped in. And so I woke up the next day and I saw it and I was hot. I was like, damn.
I couldn't. I knew, like, I didn't think she would drop her that early, but Holly Holm is a champion, like a world-class boxer. Ronda never had stand-up. She's a judo fighter. She's never had solid stand up. So I'm like, you're not gonna do well. And then you want to just start getting hype and getting on her face and stuff. Like, you just asking for trouble. And then she just
got humble quick.
Demolished her in there.
And then she came back, and then Nunez just killed her. I rock some Nunez, though. Like, I be watching her fights.
She is the GOAT.
I watch her. I watch I mean, like, I think the only dude now, I sound like such a casual ass fan. But like, only dude I be watching is like Connor, and maybe those
are the fights to watch.
Maybe like Nate Diaz. I watch him.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'll watch like a real big fight. Like, I won't watch John Jones because like I'm not a John Jones fan.
What?
Like,
not the person. I don't like stuff he does
because of the person. I can't be a fan of the fighter, even though like I'll acknowledge he's a good fighter, but like just knowing like his whole family just got some issues with drugs, man. Like his brother had some issues with the Patriots. Had an episode with some stuff a few years back. Yeah, that happened, and then John Jones is all the time. But no, I watch some heavyweights. So I watch DC. If he fight,
I got a newfound respect for DC.
I rock with DC just because he a big wrestling fan. So you a big wrestling fan, I rock with you.
Yeah, he definitely like. I want to
see DC in the Fed. Him and Brock in the Lions Den match. Let's make it happen.
I think he's supposed to be like after this last fight because they set up the trilogy fight. He's going to fight next month against Stipe for the heavyweight championship. After this, because
I'll watch that fight.
Supposed to be his last fight. It's supposed to be. But after that, I think he's like talking about doing like a deal with WWE to do like maybe do commentary or something like that. So that could happen. You know what I mean?
Won't be mad.
I'm with that.
Let him work SummerSlam.
Yo, for real, honestly, I take that any day, man. But I want to see him and Brock go at it. Like I was mad when that fight didn't happen because he calls out Brock. I'm like, yo. Because at first we was like 2 years before that, it was talking about John fighting Brock.
Yeah.
Like, I'm with that. But when DC called him out, he got in the cage and pushed him all that. I'm like, yo, you got to set it up.
And the thing is, man, if Dana not gonna do it, Vince gonna want to do that.
Oh, of course.
Like, and book it as a shoot fight. Like,
yep.
Like, let them actually have an actual cage fight on WWE television. Like, he could sell it, and you could actually sell it as what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, Vince will kill for that. Like,
don't
might
book
put
it
on
like
actual pay-per-view.
Yeah, but just don't book it like
don't book it.
Kane. Don't book it like Cain Velasquez. Don't do that.
Nah, don't book it. Let them actually go fight. Let Brock train for a few months, however long the training camps. Yeah, do it legit like the Brawl for All, but just like have it this be this one fight. Don't book a whole another Brawl for All tournament.
Nah. That was.
They don't even acknowledge that happened. They get a Brawl for All to Benoit treatment. Like, they won't mention it.
They shouldn't. That was bad for business.
It was terrible for business. But like this one fight is great for business. Like, this is a big heavyweight fight that UFC did not do. Because and the thing is, like, you don't gotta have, like, you could have like a shoot fight, but like still do I mean, it probably get crazy. I don't know. Cause Brock might be on that juice. If he ain't getting tested by actual like regulated.
Yeah, they make all the loopholes for that man. Cause I thought it was funny.
I don't know if DC would be rocking with it. He'd be like, man, this dude on some bullshit. He might end my life in this motherfucker.
Probably not. Cause it was funny because when he last fought in UFC at UFC 200, and they popped a positive test off of him, WWE didn't say shit about that. They just like, yeah, that ain't our problem. You know what I'm saying? He come here to wrestle.
Right.
This ain't no, this ain't.
And then in his contract.
Yeah. Like, this ain't
He's not a
MMA,
full-time
boxing.
competitor.
Yeah. He comes up here,
Which is a bullshit loophole, by the way.
That's what he negotiated, man. He said, y'all want me, y'all want the star quality. It's gonna be my schedule when I want to show up.
It's money though.
I can't be mad. He's a smart dude, man.
What's up, man? What's next?
Ooh. Oh, I see. The Yankees closed out. The Nationals.
Dodgers is playing right now too. I totally forgot.
Ooh. Yeah, they playing the Giants.
Giants.
Oh man,
Is the season like officially started in baseball, or are they doing like a couple spring training games still?
I think it's still.
Is it opening day today?
I think it is. Yeah. It is. It's opening day.
And baseball and basketball back, man, I love it. WNBA coming back this weekend.
It's thank the good Lord, man. I couldn't handle sports no more. Not having it at all. Watching reruns all the time.
Man, just reruns of Martin and wrestling, man. I never thought I'd say I was just tired of watching wrestling all the time, but I was getting kind of tired of watching wrestling all the time.
Yeah, there's so much now, so it's like it's crazy.
And that was all there was to watch. So
yeah,
I'm glad. Hopefully soon you just kind of resume life how it used to be, man. Because I mean, Americans just gotta stop being selfish though. Like, put your mask on when you go outside, when you go to these stores, when you go to these establishments. Like, I seen somebody in Target walk around with no mask yesterday, whereas a government mask mandate here in the state, I think in the whole state, there's a government mask mandate and there's a mask mandate at the actual store. But this dude just like slipped his mask off. It kind of upset me a little bit. But yeah, wear your mask, man. Stay home if you feeling sick. If you're not feeling sick, I haven't gotten tested, but I haven't had any symptoms, and I stay home anyway. So
yeah,
it don't really matter.
I ain't messing with them tests, man. Ain't doing none of that. All right, so real quick before we get out of here, it's one thing I saw over the course of the day that it made me laugh real pretty hard. So you heard about this whole thing with the Redskins, right?
The Washington football team.
They officially changed their name, and now they done sat up
it's
there.
It's such a swagless name, man.
They got the offices together and said, okay, for the time being, for the foreseeable future, Washington will be called the Washington football team. Oh man, you can't make this stuff up, bro.
And I mean, I understand it's just a temporary name, but like,
y'all gonna come up with nothing though?
Nothing else.
The Warriors, the Wolves, like I don't know, like just
like I understand, like you want to give time, you want to consult with your alumni, with your donors, your fans, like to kind of come to a decision. You don't want to just come out and just make a decision that nobody had any say on, but like. I mean, at least like another temporary nickname, like just the Washington football team.
Yeah, that's
how long is it gonna be the Washington football team?
Oh my god, man!
Man, you a Washington football team fan? It's swagless.
Yeah,
it's just swagless.
Like I need to see how that's gonna be.
They were swagless before, but.
Nah, but this is a new level. I got to see how that's gonna be presented on TV. Like it's just gonna be okay.
I hope they got a name by the time games start.
Something. Like I can't accept this. I really can't. Like it's gonna come up on CBS. Okay, Dallas Cowboys versus Washington football team. Like, nah, man.
Can't wait for the Los Angeles basketball team to win a championship this year.
Yeah. I want to see Lakers win it. Honestly, after Kobe, I'm like, yo, y'all gotta win it. Y'all gotta win it for that man.
Facts.
That's the only way to end the season. Anywho, this has been the Havoc Hour. Thank you everybody for tuning in, listening to my guy TC.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for coming through, bro. Go ahead, plug your social. Tell us where to find you, man.
Man, you can find me. I prefer you don't follow me on Twitter, so I ain't even gonna say that. But I mean, if you come across my Twitter, cool. But just know I don't really be talking about shit but wrestling. And then I might have, some opinions on some things that kind of go against the grain. It ain't that ain't what my whole thing is built on, but every once in a while I might just say you stupid for but yeah, follow YK Wrestling at YK Wrestling, Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. That's everywhere. Check us out, ykwrestling.com. We got some merch, got some Black Lives Matter tees. Sold 2 so far. So trying to sell some more.
I gotta get mine.
Trying to sell some more, man. I gotta trying to get these out here, man. Get a name out here. I'm trying to ship some to some wrestlers, but maybe I should stop asking WWE wrestlers because, I don't know. It might have some rules about walking around. I'm trying to hit the indie scene up, though.
I'm about to say, when you get the indies, guys, it'll get around.
WWE, they ain't gonna be like, man, you trying to send me something? No, I ain't giving my address out, weirdo. Understandable.
Support the young brothers, man. Support Young Kings Wrestling.
Man. Support Young Kings Wrestling. Listen to us and check us out. Check out Young Kings Sports. I don't know if we still popping that or not, but
it's in rebranding.
My due diligence though is to plug it anyway.
Yeah. Cool.
And check out the Washington football team.
Oh man. Hey. Shout out everybody listening to the Havoc Hour. I'm gonna catch y'all next week. Appreciate my boy for stopping by.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until next time.
Hope to come back.
Oh yeah. We gonna get the whole squad. We gonna get Malik on next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But till then, you catch me on Anchor, Spotify, YouTube. Check the page out on Instagram. Yeah. That's gonna do it here. Holla at y'all next week. I'm out.
Hey.